Today, Big E posted a tweet stating his intentions to cash in his Money in the Bank contract to become the new WWE champion. Needless to say, this sent the internet into a spiral of speculation and hope. The official WWE.com preview hyped the WWE title match between Bobby Lashley and Randy Orton for Raw. Did Big E spoil the fun for both men by winning the title? We also saw Damian Priest issue an open challenge for the United States Heavyweight Championship that was answered by former champion in his own right, Jeff Hardy. Shayna Baszler faced Raw Women's Champion Charlotte Flair in a championship contenders bout. The New Day teamed up with Mustafa Ali and Mansoor to battle Omos, AJ Styles, Mace, and T-Bar, and Rhea Ripley took on Natalya. Let's take a look at everything that happened on tonight's historic edition of Monday Night Raw from the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. Hello, friends, and welcome. Welcome, everybody, to Ridiculously Raw, the most must-see show on YouTube and StreamYard.com today. I am your host, Anthony Florio, joined, as always, by good old MF Michael Fletcher, the Phenom Michael Bullock, fresh off another one of our legendary Raw chats, and, of course, the First Lady of the Wrestling Forum as well, the Twisted Angel, Dee Dee Woodson. Only fitting we're all here tonight. Wow, what a night. A banner night for Team Red in so many ways. Going the first of 4 months worth of head-to-heads with Monday Night Football. Of course, the looming threat of AEW. But Monday Night Raw, they had to step up in a big way, and oh boy, howdy did they do so here tonight. TD Garden, Boston, Massachusetts, the home of the Celtics and the Bruins. And a little spoiler alert: they're going to be taking home a memory here tonight, in more ways than you think. So, anyways, we started off in-ring segment. It was Big E. Big E comes out. Randy Orton and Riddle come out. Bobby Lashley and MVP come out. They have a verbal exchange here. And not only did WWE and Big E tease all of this throughout the day, but WWE used the storyline to kick off the show and hype the WWE Championship match. This was just smart booking all around. Creating a feeling of unpredictability is the only way to get fans excited these days. But doing it in a way that allows you to advertise a potential surprise is a fine line to walk. AEW did it with CM Punk, and WWE is doing it with Big E's cash-in. Everyone did their job well and got the crowd hot for the upcoming WWE title bout. You cannot ask for much more from a non-wrestling segment. Wouldn't you agree, good old MF Michael Fletcher, as I give it to you?
I mean, absolutely. The way that they started this Monday Night Raw, look, we've been saying for the longest time how WWE is turning into a failed project, how everything is going wrong about WWE. You've heard a lot of people, a lot of talking heads talking about WWE's demise and everything else. It looks like they're starting to turn the corner a little bit. Started it on SmackDown, where many people, even those stupid prognosticators, all those AEW marks, and all these other stupid morons of the IWC was like, you know what? That was a really good show. That was actually the best SmackDown of the year. And now they turn around and look, you needed something big. You needed something that was going to get the people hyped. The crowd was going to have to do something because, yes, you're going up against Monday Night Football. Oh, by the way, it's a tie football game right now. It's 24-all with 3:44 left in the fourth quarter. So there's a damn good game going on right now on ABC and ESPN. And WWE had to deal with this tonight to try to at least maintain whatever crowd that they can get. So what do? Big E starts calling his shot. And he started this on Friday night. He started this by saying, you know what? It doesn't matter if I go after the WWE title. I could go to Raw, go after their champion. So you knew maybe there was a chance. But like you've been saying, this entire weekend, he's been talking about it. And then all of a sudden, earlier today, word got out, Big E's in Boston. What the hell? Uh-oh. Did he bring the briefcase with him? Yeah, he sure as heck did. So we knew it was not a matter of if he was going to do it, when was he going to pull the trigger? And it set it up for what undoubtedly was a very good evening on Monday Night Raw. So there was no doubt about it. Anthony, Mike Bullock, it's yours. This was great to set up for this evening.
Yeah, this was definitely a great way to set up for the evening. And I mean, WWE, I mean, like you said, I mean, it's been a downward spiral. So they needed to do something to counteract, especially with AEW. It's because, especially you hearing from the stupid idiot AEW marks that say, oh, WWE's dead. I mean, including one that all four of us know. Well, we're not going to mention his name, but they needed to counteract. They needed to respond to it. And this was the perfect way to do it. I mean, with Big E teasing that he was going to be at Raw and being and maybe cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase, and this definitely had everybody talking at the water coolers. And yeah, this was definitely a great promo to start it off, and what was a banner night for Monday Night Raw. So nothing else to say. D.D. Woodson, it is yours.
Yeah, this was a very good way to start off Raw. They did a great job promoting what they, the match that they changed it to. Because, we all knew it was supposed to have been a tag team match originally. And then all of a sudden they throw in that they're changing it to one-on-one, Randy Orton versus Bobby Lashley. And yeah, earlier today we get all the words that Big E is going to be at Raw. So yeah, I mean, this was a great way to start that off, to really get some hype going for the main event, and remind people that there is a Money in the Bank still out there, and that anything can happen. Anything. And those Money in the Banks don't always have to be the show that they're on. It can go either way. And, this was his way of saying, hey, I'm here, watch out. I am going to cash in tonight, and I plan on walking out with the title. So yeah, not much more I'm going to add. It's yours, Floyo.
All right, and before we get into our first match, it was announced tonight. They made it official. The 2021 WWE Draft. We finally have the dates for it. It's going to start October 1st on Friday Night SmackDown from the Royal Farms Arena, formerly the Baltimore Arena in Baltimore, Maryland. And then Monday night, October the 4th, on Monday Night Raw from the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee, will be the second half. So we will have to wait and see what developments we have, especially when Monday Night Raw comes our way to the Dunkin' Donuts Center here in Providence 7 weeks from the night on November 1. So I just wanted to get that off my chest. So now let's get into the action. First match of the night. Raw Women's Champion Charlotte Flair, one-on-one with Shayna Baszler. Championship contenders match. Unfortunately, no championship committee moment. Charlotte Flair wins the match. 14 minutes and 15 seconds. MF, Nia Jax returning the favor on Shayna Baszler after Shayna cost her an opportunity last week. And next week, Nia and Shayna are going to throw down in Raleigh.
Yeah, but damn, this was a good match. I wish Nia. I understand why Nia got involved, but this could have been all kinds of special. It's a 3.5-star match. This easily could have been. Easily you could have made an argument for a fight of the night. It had that. It was that kind of a match. It was that kind of a battle. It could have gone so many good ways, but you effed it at the with the Nia interference. I get it. I understand why you wanted to do it, but golly, amazing match, great fight, great battle. Shayna and Charlotte worked really well. They worked really well together, so I really got nothing bad to say. I'm just disappointed that they had to bring Nia involved in it, but I understand it. I understand why they did it. I'm just a little disappointed with it, but at the end of the day, nothing more to say. This is easily a 3.5-star match, so nothing more. Bullock, it's yours.
Yeah, 3.5 stars. I mean, yeah, I really could wish it could have been better, but the thing is, you knew that this was going to happen. You knew that Nia's going to wanted her payback after Shayna cost her a chance at maybe getting a future Raw Women's title shot, and Nia's probably like, all right, you want to do that to me? As the old saying goes, payback is you get the rest of that shtick. Yeah, I mean, 3.5 stars for me. I mean, one of the top fights of the night, and yeah, there's really nothing more to say. Dee Woodson, it is yours.
Yeah, turnabout's fair play. Basically, that's what we got tonight. Shayna cost Nia a chance, so yeah, we've got to turn around and do the same thing. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I can agree with the rating. 3.5 stars. It was a very well done match, and yeah, I think if it would have been played completely out without the minor interference of Nia Jax, that it could have been the match of the night. I mean, other than that, I mean, the match was awesome. They did a great job. And, I look forward to seeing Shayna and Charlotte tie it up again one of these days. But right now, we've got something else to contend with, which is Alexa Bliss facing Charlotte at the pay-per-view. So, yeah, not much more I'm going to add. It's yours, Floyle.
That's exactly right, Dee Woodson. Charlotte Flair will defend the Raw Women's Championship against Alexa Bliss at Extreme Rules in 13 nights from the Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio. And yeah, I agree. 3.5 stars. Shayna Baszler and Charlotte Flair had a good competitive exchange that made the Queen of Spades look more dangerous than she has since she won the Elimination Chamber match last year. Giving them 3 segments to work with allowed both women to use most of the signature moves in their respective arsenal. This is easily the most time Baszler has had in a singles match in several months. The repeat ending with a distraction was not the most ideal outcome, but it does make sense for the storyline WWE is building between the tag team partners. Everything else worked, and the stuff with Alexa Bliss afterwards got over with the crowd, especially when she started swearing a little bit. So, we'll just leave it at that. So 3.5 stars. Of course, what is this show without cutouts? And we have a cutout here. 6-man tag team match. Drew McIntyre and the Viking Raiders squaring off against Jinder Mahal, Veer, and Shanky. McIntyre and the Viking Raiders win the match. 2 minutes, 35 seconds. Hands down, second worst fight of the night. There was actually one that was worse than this. Short match that did not even have time for Ivar to be legal for a single second. But what we did see had great energy. Mahal, Veer, and Shanky could be a force to be reckoned with in the tag team division, but WWE is still going with this feud against McIntyre for right now. Adding the Viking Raiders gives hope that Veer and Shanky will start having their own feud soon. With a few more minutes, this could have been much better, but it was somewhat fun for what it was. Probably about maybe dud to 1 for that one. Open challenge for the United States Heavyweight Championship. It was Damian Priest defending against the challenger and former United States Heavyweight Champion in his own right, the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy. Winner of the match in 11 minutes and 20 seconds, and still the United States Heavyweight Champion, Damian Priest. But after the match, Sheamus picked the bones. He picked his spot and went after Damian Priest. But Damian Priest got the last words. So, and we know we're going to see these two at Extreme Rules for the United States Heavyweight Championship. So, Michael Bullock, come on in. Damian Priest, Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy gave Priest all he could handle, but the Archer of Infamy successfully defends in 11 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, I thought this was a good match here. 3.25 stars is my rating on the match. Yeah, the outcome was never in doubt. Obviously, I mean, no surprise with Sheamus basically getting involved after the match, but yeah, Damian Priest got the last word with the boot on him and gives Damian Priest some momentum going into the Extreme Rules match for the United States Championship against Sheamus. So there's really nothing more for me to add. So D.D. Whitson, it is yours.
Not only did he get his hands on Damian Priest, he got his hands on Jeff as well. I mean, they pretty much kind of collided. But then again, you know, they've had a history in the past anyway. But yeah, this is a very good match. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, not because of the fact that I'm a Hardy mark or anything, but I like both these guys, and both these guys came out there, and you know they gave us something for that amount of time to to really entertain us, and so yeah, I can definitely agree with the rating. It was definitely a very well done match. So not much more I'm going to add. It's yours, Florio.
Yeah, 3.25 stars for me. Damian Priest and Jeff Hardy showed great chemistry in this match. This is their first time really working together, and other than 1 or 2 minor missteps, everything looked great. Seeing Jeff Hardy chase the 24/7 title last week was a little confusing, so it's nice to see him look like a contender for a more important title this week. He could be put right back into the WWE title picture, and nobody would bat an eye. Anyways, Damian Priest is a future world champion if he plays his cards right. The crowd loves him, and he has a marketable personality, and that's all there is to say on that. 3.25 stars. MF, Damian Priest gets by Jeff Hardy this time around, but he's got to face Sheamus again at Extreme Rules.
Yeah, he will, but this was a great match. I partially disagree with the 3.25. I'll give it 3.5. I thought this was an excellent match. The body of work of both men really, really panned out really well. And yeah, give a lot of credit to Jeff Hardy, man. Hardy last week, we thought it was going to be a little more tougher for him, but no, it turned out to be even better. So at the end of the day, it was a solid match, a solid battle, and yeah, a good outcome to say the very least. So yeah, like I said, 3.5 for me. And Anthony, it's back to you.
All right. And wow. All right. And then we had what is becoming a bit of a norm on Monday Night Raw, back-to-back matches involving tag teams, individual matches, a lot of tension. Nikki ASH, Rhea Ripley, the women's tag team champions, Natalya and Tamina, they had a major fracas backstage. Did you see how angry Sonya Deville got during that? Whoa, wow. Boy, was she pissed. That's all I'm going to say on that. And I don't blame her. But anyways, it was because we had a scheduled match with Natalya and Rhea Ripley, but Sonya decides to throw Nikki ASH and Tamina into the mix. So that's what we had here. Nikki ASH versus Tamina. Nikki ASH wins the match in roughly 5 minutes. And Rhea Ripley went up against Natalya. Rhea Ripley wins the match. I don't have a time of the fall on that one. So before I give it to Didi Woodson, something that does need to be addressed here when it comes to the Nikki ASH and Tamina match. Couple of things here. One, the 3 count was very shaky by my and favorite Michael Bullock's favorite referee, Mr. Danilo Anfibio and his pompadour. That 3 count looked a little shaky. It looked like Tamina got her shoulder up, and then afterwards, ring announcer Mike Rome made a dipsy-do botcheroo and said, "Here is your winner, Tamina." Even though Nikki ASH won the match, and no, this is not a callback to Rugged Ronnie Garvin at SummerSlam '89 in the infamous Hercules Valentine match. That was intentional. That was a botch, straight up botch. So, with all that being said, Didi Woodson, your thoughts on both of these matches?
Well, not only that, when Nikki won, they played Tamina's music too. They didn't play Nikki's new music. I'm like, I looked over at Kevin. I'm like, what's happening? What'd they do? Yeah, he's the one who pointed out first that the shoulder popped up before, or right as the hand hit the mat. He would say you could argue that it was maybe 2 3/4 of a count instead of 3, but it is what it is. They made a lot of glitches on that match there, but yeah, Sonya Deville definitely got really angry before the match. They did a great job with that. I really did think that Tamina and Nikki did a great job, for being thrown in kind of at a last minute for the match. So, I'm going to give it about at least 2 stars for that. So, yeah. Are we doing the other match as well?
Yes.
Okay. The other one, I think I'm going to probably do about the same, about 2 stars. Both matches were fairly good, and we got to see a good lead into a tag match with these guys. So, but yeah, the biggest question is, why are these two getting the tag chance and not Shotzi and Tegan Knox, since they've beat the tag champions 3 times? That's the big question that has been all over Twitter. So I'm going to bring that up to you guys and see what your opinion is on that one. So I'm done.
Okay. I'm just give me a moment here. I'm trying to. Okay. The Rhea and Natalya match clocked in at 11 minutes and 56 seconds. So just wanted to let you all know that. So because I couldn't find a time on my end, but all right. The match between Tamina and Nikki was a little clunky, especially at the end. So 2 stars for that effort. But Tamina versus Natalya, but Rhea versus Natalya made up for it with some great physicality. 3 1/4 to 3.5 on that one. WWE may have booked 3 women's matches and gave them a good amount of time as a response to so many people being upset about the women's tag team bout being bumped from this past Friday's SmackDown in Madison Square Garden. If that is the case, this show helped make up for it. Given the 2 non-champions, the win here is a good sign that they will be the next challengers for the women's tag team championship. They'll probably very likely get that at Extreme Rules. So for Nikki ASH and Tamina, 2 stars for that one. But for Rhea and Natty, 3 1/4, 3.5. Not much more to say. MF. Wow, a lot of chaos within the women's tag team division. It looks like we have ourselves another championship committee moment, because I believe Rhea and Nikki went over the champions last week in a non-title tag match, and then the two individuals went over tonight. So I think we got ourselves another championship committee moment here.
Yeah, no, this one actually makes it legit. So obviously now it does look like Rhea and Nikki will most likely be the next one to get a title shot, except like Dee Whitson was alluding to, and like what social media's been alluding to. What about Tegan Knox? What about Shotzi Blackheart? They have won as many times as they have, and yet they have not gotten even a glimpse or a look at the title. So what is the meaning of that? I mean, are they going to get a look-see at these belts sometime down the line? I could see a situation where if for some reason Rhea and Nikki do win the titles, then obviously you got to give the guaranteed rematch to Natalya and Tamina. And if they fall, then and only then we might see Tegan and Shotzi finally get their shot at the gold, and they will probably be going at it for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. But if you notice now more than ever before, Anthony, the one thing that we always said is that, you know, when were we going to have legitimate contenders for the women's tag team titles? Because you kind of feel like it's falling apart. It's becoming a little bit of an afterthought. All of a sudden now, you got two legitimate contenders going after the tag team titles. One on Monday Night Raw, one on SmackDown Live. If you really think about it, they've done. You cannot fault what WWE has done. They have absolutely done an incredible job, at least giving us a legit look-see here. So I'm thoroughly impressed with what WWE has done, especially emphasizing with the women's tag team division. I do agree. I will probably say about probably 2.25, 2.5 for the first fight, but the second match, I'll definitely agree. This should be at least close to 3.25. So Bullock, it's yours.
Yeah, as far as the first match goes, I'll give it about 2 stars. But yeah, the Rhea and Natalya match, man, that was really good. I'll give it 3.5. I mean, this was definitely a very good match here, and yeah, I mean, I think it looks like now that Rhea and Nikki ASH are now going to be the number one contenders. But yeah, I'm in agreement. I mean, the thing is like, why aren't Shotzi and Tegan in the conversation? Because they've had multiple wins over the champs, so why aren't they in the conversation? So we'll wait and see how that all plays out. So there's really nothing more to say. So let's move on, Florio.
Eight-man tag team action. We had the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, teaming up with Mustafa Ali and Mansoor, squaring off against the phenomenal AJ Styles, Omos, Mace, and T-Bar. The heel team wins the match 10 minutes and 10 seconds. Omos pinning Mustafa Ali with that devastating finisher of his. Another solid 3 stars. It's hard to juggle 8 people in one match effectively, but the way they laid everything out allowed everyone to have a couple of moments to show off their skills. This was a solid match for everyone involved. The way WWE has protected and booked Omos indicates the company has big plans for him in the future. For now, pairing him with AJ Styles is the best way to mask his inexperience. So, solid 3 stars for this. And the Raiders have just won Monday Night Football. How about that? So, big win for Vegas. MF, I think we may have a change of plans when it comes to our Week 2 game now. So, I'll explain in our chat. But
yeah, please.
But nonetheless, the heel team wins the match, 10 minutes, 10 seconds. MF, the 8-man. Omos. Another week, another big performance from the big guy.
Yeah, another week, another performance by the big guy, and this was incredible, man. There's really nothing more that you could say. Big outcome more than anything else. Solid performance by everybody involved. Like you said, this was at least another 3-star matchup, and yeah, there's really nothing more to add, man. This was as solid as you could get, and yeah, big win for the heel team. Omos looks amazing, like you said. They got big things and big desires and everything else, and we were gonna have to wait and see. Oh, okay. I just saw something that might say
Yep.
that. No,
Yep. His knee was down. Knee was down. Knee was down. You're right. I just noticed it.
Half-yard line. Oh, don't the party ain't no. Don't start partying yet, folks. Vegas, you haven't won it yet. You still. Please, you know what? I don't mind this. Please, give it to Jacobs. Let him run a touchdown. I could get my 3rd touchdown tonight in fantasy. I got him on my fantasy team. I don't mind. I'll get a little greedy here. I hope this is not a touchdown because I want Brandon Jacobs to win the game. So we'll go from there. But anyway, and yes, Anthony, when that does become official, because I think the Raiders will win it. But if they do win it, that should be our game. No doubts. I agree. Okay, now, overall, yes, I think this was a great match. I think this was a great situation. At the end of the day, I'm totally with you guys. Raw, I mean, the heel team wins. Omos looks great. 3 stars. Bullock, it's yours. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries there, Fletch. Yeah, I'm with you. 3 stars as well. I mean, a nice win for the heel team, and yeah, so definitely give some momentum, especially to Omos here. So yeah, there's really nothing more to add. So Dee Woodson, it's yours.
Yeah, I can pretty much agree with it, and you guys pretty much said everything. So it's yours, Florio.
Alrighty. Don't worry. Oh, don't worry. There's plenty more excitement. I mean, the excitement's not over yet. But before we get to that, we do have another cutout. Return match. Doudrop, Eva Marie. Doudrop squashes Eva Marie in an even 2 minutes. This was a dud. This was the worst fight of the night. Even though Eva got in more offense than expected, this was still mostly a one-sided fight. For the story they are telling, Doudrop winning easily made more sense than making this a competitive fight. That said, it was still a short match with little to highlight the strength of either performer. It was little more than a squash. So there isn't much more to say there. So with that being said, here we go. This is the main event. WWE Championship on the line. The champion, Bobby Lashley, defending against the challenger and former 14-time world champion, the Viper Randy Orton. Winner of the match, 13 minutes and 45 seconds, and still the WWE champion, the almighty Bobby Lashley. But wait, there was more. After the match was over, Bobby Lashley took out both members of RK Bro, took out Riddle and Randy Orton. You notice Lashley came up a little gimpy. Enter Big E. Big E comes out with the briefcase, along with Raw referee Sean Bennett, cashes that sucker in, and in 1 minute and 15 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new WWE champion. Big E cashes in the contract, wins the title, conjures up memories of WrestleMania 35 when Kofi Kingston won the title. New Day celebration. MF, it's only fitting. Gorilla, Monsoon, you got a little business to tend to. You know what to do.
Oh, you know what? I never ever thought I'd probably get to do this, but I'll say it. History has been made in Boston tonight. An impressive crowning here in Beantown, a new WWE heavyweight champion in Big E, man. What a moment. What a win for him. The whole time, it was setting up for that moment. It was setting up for this to be that moment, and it happened. So incredible moment. Big E wins the title, shocks the world. You can't get any better than this. This is an incredible victory for him. Congratulations to Big E for winning the WWE title, but it was a heck of a match too. With Bobby Lashley versus Randy Orton, I'm a little heartbroken because I was hoping Orton was going to win the title, but I can't fault him for losing tonight. That was a hell of a match, hell of a battle between him and Bobby Lashley. They absolutely tore the house down. And then, I don't know what there is to say, man. This was unreal how this played out, but it was an incredible match. You could easily say 3.5 stars just to start off on that part. So 3.5 stars just to start it off. And then from there, you got to go for, however this may play out after that. Then we'll see what happens next. But, 3.5 stars for that. Obviously, NA because the match only lasted a minute. But still, if you're talking about the context of Monday Night Raw, now the power has shifted. The new face of Monday Night Raw is Big E, now as WWE champion. And remember, he's a SmackDown talent. So you would think, technically speaking, you're thinking, wait a minute, he's a SmackDown guy. He's got the WWE championship. That's a Monday Night Raw belt. What's going to happen? I'm smelling a trade. A trade must happen now. I'll bet you Fox and USA is probably saying, we got to do this. USA is probably saying, we've done it. We've won our title. Now we got to pull rank here. And that is that we need to make a trade. So, D.D. Woodson did talk about possibly a possible trade where we could see a certain who used to be the frontline soldier for Monday Night Raw, maybe heading over to the blue brand. She got me all excited. I can't deny it. She got me all excited, and I'll tell you, if this is supposed to be the deal, dude, I'm taking this in a heartbeat. I am not going to let this one get away. I mean, Anthony, you got Big E. You can have him. I wish him nothing but the best. The New Day are reunited. Big E's your WWE champion now. But if DD is correct, and 9 times out of 10, she's spot on with these rumors. There's been a couple where there was, I think it was like one where she was a little off. She was off. But 98% of the time, she is spot on with her rumors. If this is true, what she heard or read, SmackDown is gonna benefit. I will be smiling like a Cheshire cat, like grin, man. I'm gonna be so excited if this happens. But we'll wait and see. Congratulations, Big E, the new World Wrestling Entertainment Heavyweight Champion. Enjoy it, brother. This is a great moment for you. Again, history made here tonight. Congratulations, Big E. Mike Bullock, it's yours. 3 stars for Orton versus Lashley. You got to give it an NA because of the quickness, but I'm so excited because now Big E is the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
because new Day Rock.
Day Rock.
New Day Rock.
Day Rock.
One more. New Day Rock. Bullock, hit it. Yeah, buddy.
Let's go! Bullock is yours.
Oh man, I don't know how the hell I'm gonna follow that, but I'm gonna try my best. I mean, 3 stars for the match. I mean, the other one was definitely an NA, and but yeah, I mean, now there's definitely a shakeup. I mean, when it comes to now, the question is, like you said, who goes to Raw and who goes to SmackDown? I mean, there's a lot of different ways they could go about with this, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. But either way, I'm so excited for Big E. This man has been with the company for a long time, and for him to finally get his moment in the sun, and I'm just so happy for him. That's all I could say. So, nothing else to say. Dee Woodson, it is yours.
Yeah, for the guys here, I posted a link to a video of an interview with Drew McIntyre, which is where I'm getting this information from, on me thinking that it's Drew that's going over to SmackDown because of something he says in this video. So you guys check that out. I'm not going to plug this group. They're a British group. I'm not going to plug them on here, but yeah, they are usually real legitimate on the news that they post. So I trust these guys pretty well. A lot of times they'll get it from Dave Metzger or some of the other more legitimate sources. So yeah. But this was an actual interview with Drew McIntyre. So yeah, you guys check that out. But yeah, I can pretty much agree with the rating for the match, and I was, really thrilled to see Big E win it. And also, going back to the Drew McIntyre thing, Drew couldn't compete for that title as long as Lashley held it. Well, now we have that question and also up. If he stays on Raw, he'll be able to go for that title now that Big E has it. But at the same time, let's go for the dream match, Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns. That would be an awesome match right there. But yeah, the Big E match, yeah, that's pretty much, I would say, kind of a dud because, it was very short. Lashley was already hurt when he came out to do it. But, I mean, they did get a couple of good falls in on that. But, yeah, this was a great way to end the show. Now you've had 2 members of New Day now that has held the WWE title. So we've got 1 more to go, and then all 3 of them will have held that title. So, I'm rooting for Xavier to eventually come around and get a big title himself. So, yeah, not much more I'm going to add. It's yours, Foyle.
No doubt about it this time. Raiders win. MF change of plans come Sunday. Oh boy, that's all I can say there. So, but anyways, wow, what like Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons famously sang back in 1976. Oh, what a night! What can I say? A memorable Monday Night Raw, a memorable season premiere of Monday Night Football, 5-star classic, Shakespearean drama at its absolute finest. Wow. But anyways, the match between Randy Orton and Bobby Lashley could have taken place at any pay-per-view and been well received. Both men put their full effort into making this a fun performance. The crowd ate it up. 3.5, teetering on 3 3/4 of a star. This was the fight of the night for me. The champion retaining the way he did was a great way to end the match. It somewhat protected Orton while giving Lashley a mostly clean win. ending the show with Big E winning the WWE Championship was the perfect way to cap off this show. This is just the beginning of his main event run. Wow, special moment. Special moment, to say the very least. And this is definitely one of the most exciting Monday nights we've had in a very long time. I mean, a very good Monday Night Raw. A season premiere of Monday Night Football for the ages. No whimpers tonight. Big bangs all the way around. So this is definitely a night to remember, a moment to remember, and wow, what a moment. I mean, very happy for Big E. He's come a long way, and starting in NXT, then getting called up to be the heavy for Dolph Ziggler and for AJ Lee, and then eventually breaking out on his own, and now Big E can call himself a Triple Crown champion now. Not a Grand Slam, because I don't believe he's held the U.S. title, but he's been a multi-time tag team champion. He's been a multi-time Intercontinental champion. And now with this WWE title win tonight, Big E is now the newest Triple Crown champion in WWE history. And I believe with this win tonight, I do believe Big E now becomes, I believe, I believe he's now number 54. The 54th man to hold the prestigious WWE Championship. And couldn't happen to a nicer guy, a harder working guy. And, man, he's come a long way, man. And I, for one, could not be happy for him. And MF, better than anybody, knows that for the longest time, for many, many years, I've been preaching about WWE, pushing newer talents, make bigger start, fresher faces in the main event scene. You don't get no fresher than this. So, man, what a special moment. And TD Garden in Boston, all you fans who were there tonight, you're taking home a memory. That's all there is to say about that. You're taking home a memory that you're going to remember for the rest of your lives. So, boy, howdy, I wish we could have been there. Myself, MF, and Bullock. I mean, that would have been if we had been there, oh my goodness, that would have been the be all end all right there. But wow, what a night. So fight of the night, Orton and Lashley, 3.5, 3 3/4 for that one. This is an NA, but it's the best damn NA I've ever seen. So well done, Biggie. You deserve it, brother. That's all there is to say on that. And you heard what MF Bullock and I just did for you, our version of the New Day. So wow, what a moment. So lost in all of this, we got to get to our overall review here. So Michael Bullock, I know we're all still giddy about the big win here tonight. Bullock started off with our overall review. What a night between this and Monday Night Football. Banner night all around.
Yeah, this was definitely a banner night all around. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I mean, yeah, you had some matches that we didn't like, but you also had some pretty good matches. But obviously, the big moment with Big E finally getting his moment, becoming the new WWE champion. So it's an 8 for me. Florio, Dee Woodson, it's yours.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8. It was a very well done show today. It looks like Raw is on that decline, or not decline, up, where it's going up the mountain. They're getting better. Each week they're doing something a little bit better. We're having a little less cutouts. The storylines are getting better, and I think things will peak here when we hit the draft, and then we'll see what happens after they do the draft here in October. But yeah, this was a very, very well done Raw. Most of the matches, there was no doubt in who was going to win them. But with Big E coming in and saying, "Yeah, I'm cashing in tonight. Yeah, I'm walking out with the title." It was really great to see, and so yeah, not much I'm going to add to it. So I should see you guys Friday. So good night, guys.
All right, good night, Dee Dee. Wow, what a night. I'm not gonna stop saying that. I'm gonna keep saying that till I'm blue in the damn face. Man. Very good show overall. Most of the matches were decent. The ending was amazing. Is this what it feels like to enjoy Monday Night Raw again? I mean, I know it's not going to last forever, but damn it to hell, I'm going to take advantage of it while we have it. I mean, yes. Only 2 cutouts. And yes, there was a little, there was a little bit of some, 24/7 nonsense, whatever. But other than that 24/7 silliness and those couple of cutouts, all the other matches were solid to good to great. And you capped it off the best way you possibly could have. The crowning of a new WWE champion and a very deserving WWE champion indeed. The Almighty's reign ends at 196 days and even 28 weeks. An amazing night of Raw that had a glorious ending that I didn't think we'd actually get. But I'm glad they gave us this. I mean, they had to do something, not just because of Monday Night Football, but also with AEW, the impending threat and all the bombs that they've been dropping over the last month or so. From CM Punk, obviously, to Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson and Ruby Soho and all them. And for them to do what they did tonight, I mean, yeah, I mean, it was a banner night in the Garden this past Friday night on SmackDown, but an even more banner night here tonight at the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. They're taking home memories tonight, and wow, enjoy it, Beantown, enjoy it. For those of you who were there, this is something you'll be telling your kids, and maybe someday tell your grandkids about, saying, "I was there when Big E, formerly Big E Langston, who started in NXT, worked his way up, had to be served as the heavy for Dolph Ziggler and AJ Lee, and now for all this." I mean, wow, this is the restart that WWE needed. This was definitely the reset button. They needed it, and man, they took that. They didn't take a it wasn't a big step. It was a giant leap here tonight. So great night all around. Congratulations, Big E. Well deserved. And, if we lose Drew, I mean, it would suck, but hey, we have a brand new star, and if it means we have a new star in the making, I'm all for it. So not much more to say from me. It's an 8 out of 10 for me as well. MF. Before I get into my Tony's take, put the ball on this thing, man. What a night.
I mean, there's really nothing more to add. This was a historic evening. History being made. Yeah, I'll go ahead and say 8 to 8.5 out of 10. It was the right outcome. It was the right moment that they needed it. This was Monday Night Raw. This was, the first night against Monday Night Football. They are getting crushed in the 18 to 49 demographic, so we knew that. But the thing is that they went to a point that it needed to be done. And you got the right man to put the right moment and to put them over in a way that you definitely have. There's really nothing more to add. So it's incredible. It is awesome. There's really nothing more to add. So it's definitely one of those great moments than anything else. And yeah, I love it, man. This was incredible. This was solid to what it was worth. And yeah, so sorry. Didi was just posted a video, and Bret Hart not impressed. Callie has got nothing on the Queen. That's incredible.
Man.
That's incredible, Didi. Oh my God.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, nothing more to say. 8 to 8.5. This was awesome. History made. Congratulations, Big E.
Yes,
And
sir.
like we said, now we're gonna have to wait and see how this plays out. But man, oh man, what a night to say the very least. Anthony, Tony's take, it's all yours.
The only thing I could think of, MF, before I get into that, you got to imagine we're probably gonna see Big E and Bobby Lashley very likely in a rematch at Extreme Rules.
Oh, most definitely. And you could also say that, like you also alluded to now, keep a close eye. Now Drew McIntyre can now say that, hey, now that I'm able to get a shot at this belt, would you be willing to put the title on the line against me? I know for a fact that Big E would probably say yes, because I know how much he admires and respects Drew. So who knows? We might see Drew McIntyre get a shot before the draft. You don't know. I think there's gonna be a point where maybe there's a number of scenarios how this could play out, but without a doubt, this is gonna be one heck of a match. So we'll have to wait and see how this plays out leading into whatever needs to be done. So it's all yours, Anthony. Tony's take.
Yes, indeed. Tony's take coming up here and now. And yeah, biggest win for Big E, no doubt about that. Surpassing the Money in the Bank win and then the Intercontinental win last Christmas. But anyways, Impact Wrestling starts it off. We had Rosemary versus Tasha Steelz. Rosemary wins the match. Well, actually, I don't have any formal star reviews here. I'm just going to tell you what happened here. Rosemary knocks off Tasha Steelz. This was the match that we were looking forward to. MF and I, we were looking forward to the Bunkhouse Brawl. Rich Swann versus Carl Anderson. Carl Anderson wins the match. Spoiler alert, that was the fight of the night. No doubt about that. No surprise. Chris Bay versus David Finlay. David Finlay wins the match after a distraction by Juice Robinson. Hikuleo from the Bullet Club shows up afterwards. Steve Maclin went up against Petey Williams. Steve Maclin won that match. Main event was Moose versus Eddie Edwards. Moose won that match. And 6.5 out of 10. Good show with a fun finish. The Eddie Edwards, Sami Callihan alliance is pretty entertaining, along with a lot of other hot acts and Chris Bay, Josh Alexander. The team set up as cliche, but they turned it into an effective angle for the show. That was a 6.5 out of 10 for me. And coming up on the show Thursday night, the show that you will see Thursday night at 8 p.m. over on Access TV, or for those of you who don't have it, on YouTube, because YouTube posts the show for all of you Impact insiders out there, $1 a month. Petey Williams versus TJP. Matthew Raywalt, formerly Aiden English, he'll go up against Trey Miguel. And in a huge 10-man tag team main event, World Champion Christian Cage, X Division Champion Josh Alexander, Chris Sabin, Sami Callihan, and Eddie Edwards versus Ace Austin, Madman Fulton, Brian Myers, Moose, and W. Morrissey, a.k.a. Big Cass. 10-man tag. And that's going to go down on Thursday night. So going to be going head-to-head with the Thursday night football game for this week, which will be the New York Giants against the Washington football team. So I might be doing a little back and forth on that one, but we'll see. But 6.5 for that. 205 Live, and oh boy, they're in a downward spiral right now because of this new format. But we got another women's match. Valentina Feroz versus Katrina Cortez. Valentina Feroz in 5 minutes and 32 seconds. It started okay, but the botch just killed what they were doing, and it never recovered. 1 star. Joe Gacy and Josh Briggs versus Trey Baxter and Odyssey Jones. And Odyssey Jones and Trey Baxter win the match, 11.5 minutes. Decent tag match here that followed the tried and true tag formula. Baxter was good at taking a beating, and Jones was a good hot tag guy. Not rocket science. 2.5 stars for that. I can only give it 5.5. The opener got ugly, but we ended with a solid tag match, so a mixed bag last week. Fans of the original 205 Live are not happy, and I don't blame them. I'm not either, but this is apparently the new direction of the show. which is a damn shame because they were doing good for a long time. But then the last couple of weeks, they've been, So 5.5 for this. So that will put the bow on this very historic night of Ridiculously Raw. We want to thank you all so very much for tuning in. We'll be back with you Wednesday Night Mayhem. MF will have it. Brace Fan 95. NXT 2.0. The new era of NXT. Major indemnity to the main event. It's still going to be the same match, but the stakes just got higher. This went from a number one contenders match to a match for the now vacated NXT championship. Tommaso Ciampa, LA Knight, Pete Dunne, Kyle O'Reilly. No longer does the winner become number one contender. The winner becomes the new NXT champion. And on top of that, the Index wedding on top of that. So huge night for NXT, new era 2.0. And then, of course, Wednesday night on AEW Dynamite. You know the card there. It was also announced that CM Punk is going to be sitting in on commentary. Ruh-roh. You know what that guy's capable of. Ooh. So, batten down the hatches on Wednesday night, Jersey. So, Thursday night, College Football Thursday, Week 3, double main event. Alabama versus Florida State. And on top of that, how about Auburn versus Penn State in a whiteout at Beaver Stadium? Whew. Friday night, Cerebral Smack Talk, MF. Friday night SmackDown, as well as AEW Rampage. And then, God willing.
Nope, I will confirm we will have NFL Saturday this week. There is no debate. There's no argument. It's happening this week.
Same time as before?
10 o'clock, but I will definitely be here this time around. Well, 10:30.
That's
10:30.
fine. All right, 10:30 is fine. So you heard it. Saturday night, 10:30. This will actually now be the season premiere of NFL Saturday. We were supposed to have it this past Saturday, but unfortunately, MF had work commitments beyond his control. Michael Bullock had special commitments beyond his control, so we had no choice but to kibosh the show, which was a damn shame. But there will be a show, and we're gonna have a lot to say, especially after the happenings of this past week. So, but anyways, that will put the bow on this. So until and then we'll come back again next week, Monday Night Raw, the start of the Big E era, from Raleigh, North Carolina, the PNC Arena, the home of the Carolina Hurricanes, and North Carolina State University. NC State, get ready, folks. So that's it. So until Wednesday night, for Wednesday Night Mayhem, this is Anthony Florio here for Good Old MF Michael Fletcher, and in spirit, the Phenom Michael Bullock, the Twisted Angel Didi Woodson, and always and forever, the Yankee Messiah 401 Derek Forever. You know the routine, everybody. Thumbs up. Talk to you later. Yeah, throw it up Fortune Force style. Bye for now, my friends. God bless. Be good to each other. Have a blessed couple of days. And until Wednesday night for Mayhem, you've been watching this very special and historic edition of Ridiculously Raw right here on the Tone 25 on YouTube and streaming.com. And remember, no matter what we always tell you, and especially after the night, beyond anything else, wrestling is indeed actually real. For everybody who has been a part of this one, for now, Anthony Floyo, so long. Bye, everybody. Bye. Good night, America. Big E's the new champ.